Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Prussia. Let's continue on for last left off. So we are currently still at war with this guy down here in the Congo. I mean, we should win, I think, in the end. I mean, here's more... Am I not spending enough money on my troops? Please be at full supply. Thank you very much. I can basically siege down all of his provinces. It'd be pretty easy just to do so. But I gotta get our guy up to full organization. We should basically win. I don't think there's going to be a reason that we shouldn't. Like, right now, our military tech is at... 7 out of 30, and I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be at 0, maybe 1. Yeah, 0 out of 30. So we should be in a pretty strong position no matter what. We still got the Austrians down here. I would like... I mean, I'd like to declare war on them. Of course, it's probably a little bit too early to do so. Obviously, we're mostly going to be on a defensive position in terms of what we're going to do with Austria. France as well. Who have you allied, by the way? Have you allied anybody? The answer to that question is still no. And I don't know if my allies would really join in a war against Austria. If Austria was to attack me, then I would guarantee all of my allies would show up. And they'd be my bestest of friends. What troops do the Ottomans actually have? They have... You're not who I wanted to look at all. They have 11 divisions. Which is extremely bad. But, on the other hand, they are a pretty good distraction. In 1843, the uprising of weavers took place in Prussia. Revolt was crushed by the Prussian military, but was closely observed by German society and treated by several artists. It was a symbol of unsettled problems in Germany regarding political and social reforms. Well, we are getting closer to 1848, which, if you know anything about 19th century history, was during the liberal revolutions. I'm not too sure what they're exactly called, but you know, the movement to liberalize much of Europe. The Ottoman Empire throughout our... Wait, are we not the... Russia. Are they friendly with them? They are. I mean, I don't want to lose the Ottoman Empire to the Russians. I'm not an animal. But as soon as I get to 65, we're going to basically ban the Austrian embassy. This basically bans them for a year. Which is actually a lot. That's 1% of the entirety of the game's length. Is just them being banned. So now we should at least have more control over that region. The Ottoman Empire. Are we losing influence to them? The answer to the question is yes. We can basically drop this down to 0 because we don't need it anymore. Is there anything I can really do to Russia right now to get them to stop... to get them to stop being jerks? So I would really, really like to have the Ottoman Empire under my control, but I think they are getting points faster than we are. You know, I'm actually going to drop a bunch of points out of these guys. 2.85, 3.1. We don't need to worry about you for at least a year. Let's drop points out of all these guys. We're going to be sending 7 points. This should at least help us catch up to the Russians. Because right now, we are in a race to get to 100 first. But actually, the situation is no matter what, if I get to 100... Actually, if he gets to 65 and he doesn't ban me, I'm just going to ban him. That's how I see this going. So we're going to add Denmark to our sphere. Fantastic. I mean, he could reset me down to 0, but that doesn't help him out. He did something. But I don't even know what it was, because, I mean, he didn't ban my embassy or anything like that, so I have... Oh, he decreased my opinion! You son of a bitch. I should have seen that coming. Well, more national focus is always good. Do our soldiers need... I mean, we could try to recruit more men. What's our most populated state? That is not already, we'll go to the Rhineland then. Train up some troops, because I would like to get my army to be as big as humanly possible, of course. Keep on doing this. So I think you're at peace now with the British. They did take Hong Kong. Not a huge surprise. I'm assuming you're not going to end their war for a long, long while. You're taking a little bit of attrition damage, but it's actually not that bad. All things considered. You do have a cavalry division, though, which does make my situation a little bit trickier. Because they might actually win a battle against me then. They train up some more infantry. I might just send a bunch of transports down south. See if I can get that to fix anything. They keep changing my opinion. I'll do this forever, Russia. If you don't believe me, I can keep going. Forever and ever. I don't have to stop. I mean, am I prioritizing anybody else? Just Frankfurt right now. As soon as I get to 65, I'm basically going to drop points here. There we go. I'm basically getting a point a day. Okay, get some liberals. That's fine. So now we're only getting 0.65 because we did get a relationship penalty. But it looks like the Russians might be stopping to do something. They might now be realizing that this isn't worth anything. Okay, so they're marching. Are they going to fight me? Probably not. They're probably just going to take that one territory. So we are going to send some troops down south then. Whenever those infantry divisions are built in Germany, I'll just send them down to Africa. I mean, probably want more troops there anyways. Just to make sure we definitely control what we want. But so yeah, as soon as I get to 65, Russia. This is done. 65, I think, just the best. Band Embassy is probably like the best option you get here. Yeah, just ban the Russians. Drop this down to 1 now. Actually, no, drop it down to 2. Because we don't need to really focus 100% on this anymore. We can start, you know, looking around, doing every other things. Yeah, so Sweden broke their alliance because we are no longer in, they're under the British sphere, so they don't want to be allied to other people that are not their sphere leader. So what do we need to do? Who are you trying to influence right now? Schleswig-Holstein. Who else? You're friendly with them. I might as well start getting points up again. And you're also trying to influence this guy. A little bit of points. Who else would I want to influence? Because we're definitely going to get the Ottoman Empire. I think they are going to be by far the most important. We're no longer getting our negative 75% penalty either, so that is fantastic. Okay, so these boats need to dock. As soon as this is occupied, which will be hopefully soon. Will they attack me? No, the AI does not feel confident enough for an invasion. Okay, so I'm going to send these guys up. Send them all the way down to the south. I mean, with these amount of troops, we should definitely win. Is it S? No, S is split. Combine. Put them on the boats. Quickly, we're going to go down to the Canary Islands. Just make sure we're not going to sink due to time at sea penalties. So you want an alliance? Absolutely. I would love an alliance with you, my good friend. And yeah, it looks like Austria more or less is staying out of our business. At least for right now. But who knows? You know, they could change their mind at any time. I don't know if you can trust the Austrians. I mean, who else is here? Like, who else is in their sphere? All these people. So I'm going to put all my troops onto the Austrian border. Because they have a lot of people on their side. I can't really see my allies as easily. I mean, it's looking... Okay, so allied with a bunch of people. And you are also allied with overall still less people than us, which is surprising. Yeah, I just don't think the Austrians would get outnumbered. And basically be fighting on multiple fronts. Are you still a satellite? Or did each get their independence? No, they are still a satellite state. Fantastic. Good for them. So you guys get back onto the boats. And move your way down here to the Congo. Yeah, you know what? Send to the paper. Get some more reactionaries in the upper house. That seems a-okay by me. So we have like a, what, 100... Well, 100 and... About 200,000 men on the Austrian border right now. I mean, that does include stuff like Bavaria and all these little one-profit miners that don't really matter as much. Also, I probably should upgrade the ability to actually have a naval base. That is causing a handful of issues. And also, I would like to justify a war against you, but I don't think we have truce with them, apparently. Oh, yeah, no, obviously. I like completely forgot we took any of their territory. There we go. So 15 stack. Absolutely should be fine. They're going to Boma. So as soon as they move, they shouldn't have any, like... I mean, I don't think they can get dig-in bonuses at all anyways. Okay, so you know what? Can we just fight them? Will we get there in time? 17th of September. No, they will run away faster than we can actually reach them. If they want to go to Lenago, I can just go there and kill them. That makes my job pretty easy. So the Ottoman Empire, my good friend. Pull you back down to only 1 point. Add them to my sphere of influence. And as you can see, Prussian influence grows quite strong. And really, you know, sandwiching Austria in a pretty bad situation. I mean, you could also get, like, even Serbia involved in this. Infamy, too many alliances, current wars. Current wars only -10. I'm guessing you're very friendly with the Russians. That's not surprising. It makes actually perfect sense. Are you actually a puppet state? No. But you have basically none of your core territory. So Serbia is going to get very revanchist. Meaning that they want to take over all their core territory that they don't actually control right now. So we should win. Yeah, those numbers, 7 against 100. That's fantastic. So split you guys in half. One guy goes here, one goes here. I don't know if we're going to need to reclaim our own territory back. I think just completely occupying their stuff will be good enough for us to win. I mean, is there anybody else we can attack? Like, Wari has 3 brigades, but unfortunately, these guys over here actually have allies and stuff. Which does make invasions of their territory a little bit more tricky. But of course, if you played any of the, like, HPM, HFM, we are eventually going to get an event in, like, 1870, 1880 for the Rush for Africa. Allowing us to get free CBs on all of those African kingdoms. Which we're going to definitely use as soon as we get the opportunity for it. Wait, 2 Sicilies, you're at war. Oh, Sicily declared war on 2 Sicilies. Now there's 3 Sicilies. That is too many Sicilies. Are you guys at peace with anybody? No. You all actually hate each other. So taking over something like Gledi wouldn't even be that bad. I mean, probably good for us because we can actually combine, like, here. Again, assuming that... I don't know what's going to happen with voting right rescinded. That's fine. Don't worry about it. With the Congo, because there's an event normally that will give the Congos, like, a secondary power. You know what? Let's give more water to the farms. If they need the water, that should be, I think, fine by me. So we actually don't have a lot of money right now. I'm assuming we're spending so much... You know, we actually don't need to be spending this money on the army anymore because we don't have any troops that need to be reinforced. We're currently $49,000 in debt. I mean, our military spending, cut that down, I guess, a little bit as well. As long as we can try to balance this budget slightly. Today we actually spent 2,600. I don't know where that number's coming from. Oh, we can actually do some stuff here. So we can start turning Prussia into democracy. That's for nerds. So you know what? What do you do? Assimilation rate goes up. Immigrant actions the same. Militancy for non-accepting goes down. I think we're mostly completely accepted. Actually, 21% of our population is not even German. Because we took over that one little territory from, you know what? I guess we're going to go for that one. Mostly just because... I mean, we can also go for censored press. Go for some harassment. That should be fine. Usually you do want to pass all those reforms. You know, I'm going to put these guys down here just in case we do need to take this territory over. But it's amazing that this one region, this one state, like 1 million people? I guess 1 out of 1 million of this is just made up of African colonies. I mean, these are very populated areas. I mean, this one's not as much. It's just amazing that taking over one state from a colony, 20% of the population is like no longer German. I guess the Polish were there too, but you know, just ignore that part for now. So, more research point, more prestige. Excellent, excellent. All good stuff. So, it's going to be done in October of this year. So, state and government, nationalism, imperialism is available in 5 more years. That is a tech that allows us to unlock a bunch of new options. I think the brother war becomes available with that one, the CB, that we basically just annex all of Austria. Well, not annex Austria, but, you know, take all of their satellite states. Tax efficiency, administration efficiency, these might be things we also would like. You want a peace deal? Thank you. I'll just annex your territory. And thanks for doing business. We've already got a pretty decent chunk of Africa under our control. You know, starting up our little colonial expeditionary. It's going well. Bismarck would be a little bit upset by this, but that's fine. Don't worry about it too much. So we got the Anglo-Afghan War. This is not going to go how it did historically. I can guarantee that. Because, you know, like, the problem with, like, any of the Paradox games, really, is that something like the Anglo-Afghan War punished the liberals, because we want the reactionaries in charge. But, any of the Hearts of Iron 4 games, really, there's glaring issues with some of them. Namely, like this one. The British will destroy Afghanistan. There's no question about that. There's no way that they can lose. Even though, you know, real life, Afghanistan beat the British. You know, in some capacity. The same thing with Hearts of Iron 4. I think I've talked about this in a video before, where, you know, there's no partisans or anything like that, so there's less reason to really... I should have seen that coming. It's already been a year. The Ottoman Empire, you need to be back. You know what? Ban the Russians again for another year. And keep building my points. And then as soon as we get the points, keep crushing them down. And also ban the Austrians from here, please. Thank you very much. So right now, I'm really not trying to spread our influence too much. Really just trying to secure what we already have. Ban the Austrians. Because I don't want to lose any more territory. I'm really annoyed that Hanover went to the side of the Austrians. I don't think there's really anything I can do about that, unfortunately. They won't accept an alliance because they're already allied with Austria. I mean, they're not actually allied. They're just protected, which is a different... There is a difference. They're not actually allies. Like, yeah, okay. I don't know if they'll get called into any war or anything like that if something was to happen. Okay, let's get even more soldiers because we need to prepare for a war with... Yeah, let's get the... allows a naval base. I think that makes a lot of sense that we do want to get that. So we're going to need to start building up a new army. 5 infantry divisions. Sounds fine to me. The work resumes. Yeah, sounds fantastic. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name's been Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If not, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.